Hope you have a good day. I hope you get your to-do list done, if you have one. If you don't, then it'd probably be a good idea to write some things down, and just so you could keep yourself accountable. Today, I wanted to basically introduce myself. These are a couple of different brands that I've started. We got 14 karat asphalt, which is, I was told that if you make it to heaven, the streets would be gold. So that's how I came up with that one. God biters, NFTs. I felt like everybody pretty much bites God, but they don't give him credit. So I thought, like, we're all God biters, like it or not, so we kind of get traits from either one of our parents sometimes, and sometimes you get the ones you like, and sometimes you get the ones you don't. And then people be like, oh, you act like your mom, or you act like your dad, or you act like your grandma or grandpa, or aunt or uncle or sister or brother, whatever, like that. But we bite God. My view on things is that God created everything, and so I thought I should jump on here and speak on it. Exit to the light is when your time's up here on this round planet. Hopefully the elevator goes up, and what I was taught was that heaven is up and hell is down, and heaven is the good place and hell is the bad place. Everyone has probably heard that theory, and I believe it. So some people say, like, they have death experiences, afterlife experience, like they die and then they come back, and then they tell you if they made it to heaven or hell. But what I've heard is, like, there's a false light in that experience, which is like the elevator going down, and then they're like, oh yeah, come to the light, come to this light, which makes which makes exit to the light. It explains where I came with that from, and that is that to not take the elevator down, one, but two is not to follow the false light, but when you exit this round planet, that you go to the true light, which is Jesus Christ. So that's my thing, exit to the light. And then Zine, of course, is short for magazine. So back in the day, because I'm kind of ancient, there was more. There's still publications and, like, books, magazines. There's still bookstores, but they've already started to ban some books. So, and just like on a side note, like, they're starting to not ban but get rid of physical media, like video games and movies, so you won't be able to buy, probably be a point where you can't buy magazines in the store anymore. It'd be all digital, and like you probably won't even see a newspaper on people's porch anymore, or on the sidewalk when you walk by. Zine is short for magazine, and it is a DIY type of thing. So I broke it down to, there's two types of people: designers, zinesters. Designers are more, I would say, technical with their approach to an art project. Zinesters are a little bit more kamikaze with their zinesters. Being a zinester is being a designer. Being a designer is being a zinester as well, because artists, we all have some spontaneous artistic bone in us, and zinesters seem to like bounce their ideas more off that bone, where designers are very precise about their decision making. So that's how I came up with the Designers, Zinesters NFT and Art Bale Nectar NFTs. I call myself Art Bale's Daily Pro. And skateboarding, when you don't land your trick, that's a bail. And being an artist, we erase art until we're happy with how the art project came out. And as artists, we tend to erase a lot. Some of us have the right strokes the first time. As artists, we don't have to erase as much if you're blessed with that. And for other people's path of being an artist, bailing is kind of a regular thing. That's why there's a eraser on the back of pencils, because they're most likely going to be used. Most of my stuff is metaphorical, because it came from like making music as well. So Zaki the freaking whale is my music name. Blistered Hands is my AKA. Blistered Hands is just hard work. You gotta put in work. Zaki is peace and destruction. And I got that from like that Rage Against the Machine album cover with the monk like protesting there. We say protesting, but I never really looked into it, but I might add the notes here as far as like why dude was there. But he lit himself on fire, but he didn't seem like he was acting erratic or being crazy at that such a serious point in his existence. And I thought I thought peace and destruction was a good reflection on how I interpreted that visual. I took that in and came up with that definition for my artist name as a musician artist. I would say that my art name as an artist, like visual artist, is ETTLzine. But Zaki, how I came up with the spelling, it was a long process. I came up with the actual word freestyling. I was with one of the many artists I've recorded with. So thank you to everyone that shared the mic with me. It's a real honor and inspiration. It's inspirational when people can create around you, and then you could bounce that off into your own mold or sculpture. So then I came up with the spelling. Well, I came up with the word. So I'm freestyling and I say the line. I come up with words like Zaki, and the word was Zaki. And then since I came up with the word, I came up with the definition after the spelling. I got the name, I made the name up, and then then I figured out the spelling, the spelling I liked the best visually. I like to draw letters and stuff, and I made up like at least 10 different alphabets, like all in different styles before I kind of knew about typography. I came up with the spelling, the name, the definition, and that's Zaki, peace and destruction, which is prayer to the Son of the Creator of all, which is God. That's peace and destruction, is prayer. And the freaking whale, well, freaking is like a lot, or hecka, or a whole bunch, or extreme, or like wow, and then whale. When I lived in Stockton, California, me and my buddy used to go to a certain like 7-Eleven, get our brews or beers, and I like IPAs or craft beers normally, but we would always go in there. Excuse me. We would always go in there, and I'll be like, what up, man, to the clerk dude. And then, well, dude used to stink, so that's still not how the whale came up. Whale came up from, I went to Job Corps in Sacramento, and I used to hang out with these like little vato dudes from Gulp and Lodi, and they'll be like, "What's up, Way?" Way means like dude. So, you know, I'm black and Mexican, so I speak a little Spanish. But, so I would instead of saying way, I just thought wayo. Wayo, I don't know, like way. What's up, way? Yo. Put my little twang. Wayo. And I call my boy Wayo, the other homie that let me stay at his crib when I was doing pretty bad, which was a big help during that time in my life. So thanks, man. And so this is the dude. We would go to the store, and I'm like, "What's up, Wayo?" to the clerk guy. So Whale was my homie's nickname, but also this clerk dude's nickname as well. But since he was kind of funky, like smelling, I was like, Whale Batho. Like he needs to bathe Batho. So he became Whale Batho, the store clerk. So that's how I came up with Whale. So Zaki the freaking whale. You could check out some of the old tunes on the channel. And I have a SoundCloud, and that is Zaki the freaking whale. So Zaki, Zokei, the, and then freaking, like, you know, freaking, if you can spell that. And then whale is way, like the word, then 2 O's. Zaki the freaking whale. Exit to the Light Zine. I play PUBG. My name is Exit to the Light on there. I play Mobile Legends. Capital ETTL, and then lowercase Zine all together. And then, yeah, I'm on Mobile Legends. I'm on PUBG. I am working on my tattoo stuff, and I have Exit to the Light Zine podcast, which is on Spotify. It is on other podcast outlets and stuff like that, if you get the podcast player. If you get the podcast player, like a statement and the actual thing, the player thing, you can find it on there. Spotify. Like I said, this is really just the introduction to myself. More important than all of that, I'm a Christ follower, Christian. So if I gotta take the heat, then I'm jumping in the kitchen, because I spoke on a lot throughout my time I've been blessed with. A lot of sand has trickled down the hourglass on this timeline. So before all the sand reaches the bottom, I got some plans for the channel. So if you dig this experience of audio truth, tap into the podcast and hit your boy with a subscribe, drop a comment, and I'd like to hear what you think. I got this book I'm gonna be reading, like a little segment every now and then, because I bought this book and I haven't busted it open yet, because the last one I had was missing some pages. Let's do like a little unboxing. Boom. since that's the plan, we'll start right now and make it O-fish. First time opening this and also reading this book as a whole, you know. I probably haven't even read this, but I've believed it my whole life, so that's kind of weird, right? So you could probably pull my card on that and drop a comment about how crazy that is, because it is kinda. So I will start this. Genesis 1, the account of creation. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called He seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, and God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind. And it was. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the earth, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion. And have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life. I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. And that is Genesis 1. And hopefully you dig that. I'm gonna keep doing it either way. So hope I catch you on the next one. Like, subscribe, all that goodness. See you in game. I'm gonna sip my coffee. Talk to you on the next one. Peace out. GB. GB means God bless. So GB.